Welcome, everybody, to Game 2 of the 1972 World Series. Waited a while for these cards to get here to replay the 72 World Series. I had played the 71 World Series, and then I skipped to the 73 and 74 World Series. And I finally received the cards, and now I am at back to 1972. Love this era. It's a great, exciting time. Just everything about this time is just um, real exciting for me. Okay, in this game, it's played at Riverfront Stadium, and it's the Oakland A's versus the Cincinnati Reds. It's going to be Jim Catfish Hunter on the mound for the A's, and Ross Grimsley on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds. Now, I know that later on, Ross Grimsley becomes a Baltimore Oriole, I believe, at some point. So I remember that from the middle to late 70s. Um, so, and I'm going to look at Catfish Hunter's record. Now, Catfish Hunter is an ace with semi-flash and control. What does that make him? He was 21-7 with a 2.04 ERA. Wow. He in 37 starts, 295 innings pitched. That's mind-boggling. And Ross Grimsley, we're going to pull him up now. Let's do yeah. Ross Grimsley was 14-8 with a 3.05 ERA in 28 games started. And we're going to get started right now. The lineups. Let's go over the lineups. This game's going to take a little bit. I'm not going to take too long to get it started. But I imagine that History Maker Baseball doesn't go as fast as, let's say, an APBA. And I was just playing APBA. I finished the game, I believe, in 20 minutes. Except it went into overtime. Still with football season, right? It went into extra innings. So it's Campy at short, leading off. Alu in right field. Rudy in left, batting third. Batting fourth is Epstein. I'm learning about a lot of these players because all of a sudden the A's have players that they didn't really have before. And let me look at Epstein real quickly. Epstein, he had 18 doubles, 2 triples, and 26 home runs. With 70 RBIs, he batted 270. So not too shabby. Bando had 20 doubles, 3 triples, and 15 home runs. 77 RBIs, and he batted 236. He's batting fifth. Batting sixth is Hendrick, who's replacing Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson was injured in the playoffs in 72 and did not partake in the World Series. Gene Tennis, who ends up being the star I'm not sure if he was the star of the 72 or 73 World Series. Can't remember. And then it's Dick Green, who was out most of the season, had 42 at-bats on the year, but he did play in the postseason during the World Series. So I created a card for him. There was no card in the deck for him, but this is one thing that I really love, and I want to show you about History Maker Baseball. I'm a guy who, oh man, that guy played. I have to have his card, okay? And I don't want to go through heck trying to find his card, look for his card, trade for his card, buy his card, blah 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 blah. So I just threw this together real quick. Dick Green. I used the booklet that you can buy to create players. It's like $6, man. You can't be without it. And I with my sloppy handwriting, I wrote in there he's a second baseman, 1972 American League, Oakland, and he's a scrapper and he's semi-eager. He's a runner, is stoic. He's semi-iron, and he's an icon. Okay, and the reason that he is semi-iron, even though normally he's a good fielder, he did make 3 errors in just a few games that he played that year. So he's battling injuries, so he's not where he would normally be defensively. And offensively batted about 280, so I didn't give him much of a an attribute for that. I think just the playing card will roll anywhere near that area in a short series. It hit in yesterday's game. Went 1 for 5 in a 13 inning affair, which the Cincinnati Reds won 1-0. In the bottom of the 13th, Bobby Tolan hits a line drive single base hit that scores Bernie Carbo, who pinch hit, walked, hitting for pinch hitting for the pitcher at that point in the game. In the 13th inning, there was no score up to that point, so that was pretty wild. So Mangual's going to be out of there. Going to get him out of there. And we should be ready to roll now with Oakland batting. So we're going to get started. Let's roll some dice. History Maker Baseball. Exciting new game. It's going to be Campaneris against Ross Grimsley. And it's a 2-2-5. A 2-2-5. They asked me if Ross is a star, and he is, so it's going to be a ground ball to the infielder of your choice. Campy is a righty, so he's going to hit it to shortstop. And over to first, that's 1 away. Matty Alou, one of the Alou brothers. How did Alou do in... let me see. Alou had 121 at bats. He batted 281. He had 5 doubles and 1 home run. So that's a 1-4-6. A 1-4-6 is a flash. They asked me if he's flash. No, he is not. Champion. He is not. He's a hero. You can see that he's a hero and a semi-hero and a scrapper. And it's a 146. So it's a ground ball to the second baseman, Morgan. Over to first, 2 away. It's going to be Joe Rudy. Joe Rudy batted 305 and hit 19 home runs, drove in 75 runs. So he's a 300 hitter, so he's a hero. In this game, if you're a 300 hitter, you get a hero. And it's a 166. 166. Is the pitcher a workman? No. Is he a whiffer? No. It's a ground ball to third base. And that's going to be the third baseman. Menke's over there. Throws it across the diamond and gets Rudy by a step. So 3 up, 3 down. And we're going to start on the player experience chart for the Cincinnati Reds. It's going to be Catfish Hunter on the mound. Here's the pitch from Hunter. And it's, we just got to roll 2 because it's the player experience chart. So it's a 3-6. A 3-6 asked me if it's a prospect pitcher. And no, he's an icon pitcher. So that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Rudy is there. 1 away. It's going to be Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan against Catfish Hunter. Morgan is a lefty batter. And it's a 2-2-6. It's batter hit by pitch. The decided die says so, and it does. Joe Morgan. Can't get out of the way, and he's on at first. Joe Morgan is an active runner, so he's got some speed. So if we try to steal, and where's my attempted stolen base? This is, by the way, you're looking at a mat that I purchased. It's got Shea Stadium. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And it's got all the little charts, right, printed onto the mat. It's like it's a giant mouse pad is what it is. And so you can look at it. And so I'm going to try to steal with Morgan right away. So it's a very simple system. I like that. It makes things that you don't do very often very, very quick and easy versus some other games that I still like, but they make the things that you do once in a while really complicated, I believe. And to me, it's really bumpy. Here it's pretty simple. Now, it's bumpy here because I don't really know it, so I got to learn it. So attempt a stolen base. First row 2d6. On the range below, lead runner gets jump. Double active runners always get a jump. Stoic runners cannot get jump. So an active on a 3 to a 9, 399. This is the first time I'm looking at this chart, by the way. I was using a different chart. It was a simpler chart, and I told him, oh, no, send me the other chart. Send me this chart, this more complicated chart. I'll figure it out. Okay, I got it. All right. It's an 11, so he doesn't get the jump, okay? Because it was 3 to a 9, he would get the jump to steal second base. If I roll a 2, he gets picked off. Okay, so I figured that out. He doesn't get the jump, and that's it. And we're going to look for Bobby Tolan. Let's look for Bobby Tolan now. Bobby Tolan is a hero and a scrapper, and semi-hero, semi-scrapper, semi-eager. Let's say 344. 344 is a prospect. It's the pitcher a prospect. I love that about this game. No, he's not. Patient. Is he patient? No, he is not. So it's a pop-up, high fly in the infield. A couple of steps back is Green. Makes the catch. So that's 2 away. And Morgan's still at first. And Morgan is going to try to go again. Let's see if we can get him to second. Now it's a 4, so that's going to fall. He gets a jump. Now, if the runner gets a jump, roll 2d6. So we got to roll 2d6 again. If catcher is gold, normal, or iron. So Gene Tennis is the catcher, and he's just normal. So it's going to be the range is 3 to 8. And I believe I just rolled a 5. Or was that I don't remember. All right, let's roll again. 6. So now on a die roll of 2, throwing an error E2. No, he's safe, right? So that's a 6, falls within the range of 3 to 8. So that's a stolen base for Morgan. So Morgan steals second, and it's Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is a home run king and patient. What did Johnny Bench do in 1972? Hey, I like that. That rhymes. Let's see. 22 doubles, 2 triples, 40 home runs. John Bench. Now I know why it is the with the legend of Bench, right? I know why it is the legend of Bench. 40 home runs, 125 RBIs, and this is 1972. This is the era of the pitcher. He had 100 walks, a 541 slugging percentage, and batted 270. Okay. All right, so it's John Bench running on second base, and it's a 4-5-6. 4-5-6 is going to be nothing under the pitcher column. Then it's going to be patient. Is he a patient? He's semi-patient. The side of the die says no. It's going to be a fly out center field. And that's going to be hustling over is Hendrick. He gets there for the 3rd out. All right, so that's the first inning. No score, top of the 2nd. It's going to be Epstein, Mike Epstein. Lefty batter. And it's a 1-1-5. A 1-5. Is the pitcher fresh? Yes, he is. So it's a high pop. And it's going to be second baseman and the first baseman. They converge. They come together. But second baseman calls him off. So there's a pop 4, 1 away now for Epstein. It's going to be Sal Bando. Sal Bando. It's a 3-4-6. 3-4-6. Nothing under the pitcher column. Then it's eager. Is he eager? No, he is not. It's a walk. And an active steals. He is stoic, so no. So it's a walk for Bando. Bando's on at first. It's going to be Hendrick, excuse me. I think they called him the Stork. And it's a 4-4-5. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? Grimsley's not a workman. He's a star. Patient. Is he patient? No, he is not. And it's a ground ball to first base. And the runner is going to hustle over to second. Bando gets over to second. 2 away now. And Bando stands at second base. Let's see if Tennis can get him home. Now, what did Tennis do in 1972? Gene Tennis played about half the season. Well, a little bit less than half the season. Well, he appeared in 82 games, but he had 200 at-bats. He had 5 doubles, 3 triples, 5 home runs, and batted 225. So he didn't do very much in 1972. It's fascinating to learn about the players and to know a little bit more about them. And 5-6-6. 5-6-6. So is the pitcher wild? No. Is the batter a good eye? No, he is not. So it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. end of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. And we will be on the, let me see, that was a 5-6-6. We will be in the baseball right now chart. Baseball right now, Tony Perez against Catfish Hunter. Hunter looks in for the sign. He sets, he deals, and it's going to be, we need two dice. And it's a 4-6. 4-6 is going to be a hot pitcher. Let's take a quick peek against Perez. No, the pitcher is not hot. So otherwise, it's a grounder to the pitcher, and the pitcher makes the play to first base. So it's a grounder to Hunter over to first, and we're gonna roll for the hot batters. So Hendrick is hot in the A's, and Epstein is cold. And for the Reds, it's a 1. That's going to be a pitcher. I'm going to bypass that. A 2. I haven't decided what to do with it yet. So Bench is going to be hot. He's the catcher, and 9 is the right fielder. He's going to be cold. So that's how I do it. And it hasn't come up, so I don't have to worry about it. So 1 away, we go to Menke. Dennis Menke. I don't know what. Let me quickly fill you in on how he did. Menke. I'm learning. There's a certain player. He's a third baseman. He played the whole season. 19 doubles, 2 triples, 9 home runs. So not a lot of power, and he batted .233. So I think the next year, I know at some point they had Perez playing third base. Here in 72, he's playing first base. So it's Dennis Menke. And it's a 4.66, 4.66. Is he wild? No. Is he a home run king or slugger? He is neither. So it's a line drive base hit for Menke. So Menke is on at first with a hit, with a single. That's the first hit of the game. Second base runner for Cincinnati. It's Geronimo. 1-4. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. So it's a ground ball, a hard hit ground ball right at Campaneris. Campaneris, he steps on the bag over to first, and it's a double play. 6-4-3 double play. And we go to top of the third, no score. It's going to be Dick Green leading off, and then the pitcher, Catfish Hunter. Say 4.66, 4.66. Is Grimsley wild? No. Home run king or slugger? No. Single, base hit for Dick Green. So Dick Green so far, we went 1 for 5 yesterday, so now he's 2 for 6. And it's going to be Jim Catfish Hunter who is going to bunt. The bunt is pretty simple. You just roll 1 die. It's a 6. You could roll again. And it's a 1. Safe at first. Fielder's choice. Runner out. Well, that's a failed bunt attempt by Jim Catfish Hunter. And that's 1 out. And it's going to be Bert Campaneris. Bert Campaneris in 72, he batted .240. Known for his base stealing, actually stole 52 bases. Did not lead the league. Was caught 14 times. Had 25 doubles, 2 triples, 8 home runs. So he had a little bit of power for a base stealer type at that time. So here's the pitch from Grimsley. And it's a 5.56. There's a runner at first base. 5.56. Is he an ace? No. Sad sack. He is not a sad sack. So it's going to be a double to right field. And runners advance 1 base. Runners advance 2 bases on singles, score on doubles. So that's going to be a run-scoring double. Around to score comes Jim Catfish Hunter. And Campaneris slides into second under the tag with a double, an RBI double for Bert Campaneris. And it's 1-0 A's here in the top of the third. So it's going to be Matty Alou, one of the Alou brothers. And Alou, like I said earlier, batted .281. He had 5 doubles and 1 home run. He didn't play very much that season. But he is in the official lineups of the World Series, Game 2. 3.66. Let me see what that turns out. 360. Is he a pinch hitter? No. Fly ball center field. And that's a ball that Tolan runs down for the second out. 2 away now. It's going to be Joe Rudi. Joe Rudi, 32 doubles, 9 triples, 19 home runs, drove in 75 and batted .305. Pretty good season there for Rudi. He gets a big contract with the California Angels in a couple years. And it's a 1-2-2. And it's a, is Grimsley a workman? No, he is not. Champ or whiffer? No, he is not. So it's a ball is lined, caught by the third baseman, Menke. So Rudi lines out. He's 0 for 2 on the day. But the A's pick up 1 run on 2 hits, and we go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 A's in Game 2 of the 1972 World Series. I love the history behind these games and the players and so forth. And one thing about History Maker Baseball, it actually gets you, there's so many details. You can look at the umpires. These are the actual umpires. It was Hanachik at home plate, Steiner at first base, Umont at second, and Engel at third. You can look that up, and that's actually what was there. So that's fascinating. It adds a layer and a depth to the game that goes, and there's a lot of things that are kind of somewhat vague, really, almost. And you have to kind of look them up to make sure. It's just very, very interesting concept for a game. So it's the bottom of the third. It's going to be Concepcion is not playing today. We got to get Cheney. Cheney's playing today. Now, all I need is for there to be no Cheney card. So if there's no Cheney card, that's not going to be a good thing. And I have a feeling there's no Cheney card because I don't remember seeing Cheney at all. So normally and I didn't look through it and set up Cheney. I had a feeling that Cheney had no card. And you know what? Oh, there he is, Darryl Cheney. Okay. Saved by the bell. Okay, I got to get a little sleeve for him. I'm not going to do that now. So here's Darryl Cheney. Darryl Cheney for the Reds. Learn about a little bit about him because I know Concepcion was normally the shortstop, but from what I understand, I haven't looked at the. Yeah, he was normally Concepcion was their regular shortstop, but Cheney had 200 at bats. He played half the season. He had 7 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and batted .250. He's playing in Game 2, and it's a 1-2-3. Is Hunter flash and fresh? Decided Die says no, he is not flash. So we go to the batter, and that's a blank. Then we go to the fielder, and that's a ball that Campy hustling to his left, throws on the run, and gets him by a step. So 1 away. Nice play by Campy. And it's going to be Ross Grimsley now. Ross Grimsley, the pitcher. It's probably not going to do all that much, but you never know. So it's 2-2-3. 2-2-3. Is Hunter Wild? No. Slugger or utility? Grimsley is semi-utility, so he is a utility. So that's ball is... Unless he's a whiffer, he is a whiffer. That's swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 away now in the bottom of the third, and it's going to be Pete Rose. And 2-4-5. Nothing under the pitcher column. Hero. It asked me, is he a hero? He's a semi-hero. The side of the die says no. So it's a high fly to the right side. And under it is going to be Morgan. I'm sorry. Under it is going to be Green for the third out. That's a 2-4-5. So that means we're going to go to the red experience chart for the next batter, which is going to be Epstein, the cleanup hitter for the A's. 2-2. 2-2, that's means he's a prospect pitcher, and it's a semi-prospect, and the decided die says he is a prospect, so he loses pitch, batter belts it deep. We have to go to the micro fence chart. the micro fence chart. And we're going to look at that, and we're going to look at Epstein. Epstein is a home run king, and semi-home run king, semi-patient, but we already used the decider die, so we're going to have to re-roll the decider die. We used it already. Okay, so he is neither of those two, so he's going to be other. So we're going to roll one die on the fence chart and see what happens. It's a 6, so that's swung on and lifted deep to center field. Back goes the center fielder, Tolan, to the fence. He looks up, and that ball's gone. Mike Epstein, power hitting cleanup hitter for the A's, connects and gives the A's a 2-0 lead over the Cincinnati Reds here in the top of the 4th. Sal Bando. As you can see, I could have never predicted in a million years that was going to happen. That's the beauty of this game. You just have no absolute idea. It goes from one to another, to another, to another, and boom, that ball's gone. So it's 4-4-4. Is he a scrapper? Nothing under the pitcher column. A scrapper? No, he is not. So then it's going to be a double into the corner, and Bando, unless Bando is a home run king, which he is not, so Bando doubles. It's a shot down the line, rattles around the corner, and he gets in under the tag at second base. And it's going to be Hendrick, George Hendrick, against Ross Grimsley. And it's going to be a 1-2-4. 1-2-4. Is he control? He is control, so it's a ground ball to the shortstop. He's going to look Bando back to second, over to first, one away. Gene Tennis. And it's 2-2-6. 2-2-6. Hit by pitch. That's the second. No, that. Okay, that's the first A that's hit by a pitch. The second batter total that's been hit by a pitch. And it's going to be Dick Green, runs on first and second now. Dick Green. All right. And it's going to be a 3-3-4. 3-3-4. Is he an ace or a star? He is a star, so it's a high fly to the right side. Under it is Perez. 2 away now. 2-0 A's in the top of the 4th. This will be the pitcher, Jim Catfish Hunter. And it's a 1-2-6. Is Grimsley fresh? He is. So that ball is lined, caught by the second baseman, Morgan, for the third out. So the A's pick up one run on 2 hits, leave 2, and after 3.5, it's 2-0 A's. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Going to move this along. It's going to be Joe Morgan. Morgan was hit by a pitch and stole the base, and that's a 1-5-5. Nothing under the pitcher. Home run king. Is Morgan a home run king? The hero, slugger, patient, and good eye. So that's a ball that's lifted. And back goes Hendrick. Makes a nice running catch. 1 away. It's going to be Tolan. Bobby Tolan. Tolan is 0 for 1 on the day. Say 1-2-4. 1-2-4. Is he control? He is control, so that's a hard hit ground ball at the shortstop, Campaneris. Across the diamond, 2 away. It's John Bench. John Bench flied out to center field in his last at bat. That's a 2-2-3. 2-2-3. Is he wild? No. Slugger or utility? He's neither. It's to be a line drive base hit single for John Bench. He's 1 for 2. And it's Tony Perez. What did Perez do? Perez had 33 doubles, 7 triples, 21 home runs, 90 RBIs, and batted .283. What a heck of a player, Tony Perez, for the Cincinnati Reds in the early 70s. Great time. I love the early 70s. Love these teams. You don't have to make 1,000 pitching changes every inning or every batter. You know, I love this. Lefty-righty splits are built into the system. And I have nothing against playing out, replaying lefty-righty splits, nothing. But I don't always need to do it. I just want to have fun playing the game, and whatever happens, happens. But this is built right in, so I know every so often it'll be taken care of. It's not an automatic all the time. But anyway, 124, 124. I think I'm not sure if we rolled it. We'll roll again. Been talking a lot. Okay. So it's a 133 now. 133. Nothing under the pitcher. Is he a slugger? He is a slugger. And that ball is lifted deep to center field. Back goes the center fielder, Hendrick, to the track, to the fence. He looks up, and that ball is a 2-run home run by Tony Perez, and that ties the ball game. Bench comes in to score, and Perez scores the second run, and it's 2-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Menke. And it's 2-4-6. 2-4-6. Is he control? Yes, he is. So it's a comebacker. Hunter grabs it, takes a few steps towards first base, and that's the third out. But the Reds pick up 2 runs on 2 hits in the bottom of the fourth, and the game is tied at 2 apiece, going to the top of the fifth. And it's going to be Bert Campaneris leading off. Bert Campaneris is 1 for 2. He doubled. And it's a 1-1-2. A 1-1-2. Is he flash? He's flash. Satsack. Campaneris, as you can see, is not Satsack. And we're going to check with the scorer. We're going to check with the scorer. And the scorer says he is safe at first base. Go to the scorer microchart. And we're going to roll 1 die to find out the result. It's a 3. Base hit off the glove of the... he's a righty. Off the glove of the third baseman. So it's a hit for Campy. Infield hit, if you will. And it's going to be Matty Alou. Matty Alou. It's be a 3-5-6. And it's, are they the same? Matty Alou is a lefty, and Grimsley is a lefty, so they are the same. So that's a swing and a miss. And that's where the right-lefty splits come into play. The right-lefty split come into play right there. It's handled for you, so I don't have to go bananas. Okay, so it's Joe Rudi. Joe Rudi is 0 for 2. He grounded out and lined out to the third baseman. There's 1 away here. Campy's on at first. You know what? We're going to try to get a lead with Campy. There's 1, and there's another 1. And it's a 9. And Campy's active for sure. And let's see if Campy's active. Campy should be active. I believe I looked at him earlier. He is active. Not semi-active, but active. So he gets the lead. So now we're going to have to roll 2 again. And that's a 10. And that's under, he's a semi-gold. Let's see if he's a gold. He is not gold, so that would be normal, but that's over, so he doesn't get a chance. Roll 2 to 12, throwing error E2. Okay, roll. Oh, I see, which is okay. No. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So, for a catcher of fielding quality, so he tries to steal and he's thrown out. He's thrown out by Johnny Bench. So 2 away now. And it's still Joe Rudi. So it's a 1-3-4. 1-3-4. Is he a gold catcher? The decided die says yes, so it's a swing and a miss. Strikeout. That's the 3rd strikeout for Grimsley. And we go to the bottom of the 5th now. 2-2. All right, Geronimo against Catfish Hunter. Geronimo is hit into a double play. He's 0 for 1. And it's going to be a 3-4-6. 3-4-6. Nothing under the pitcher column. Eager. Is he eager? No, he is not. So it's a walk. Base on balls. Is he active? No. So Geronimo is on at first. going to be Cheney. And you know what? We're going to bunt him over. It's a 2 active runner. Is he an active runner? No. Active runner is safe at first. Others advance. Batter out at first. Okay, so it's a successful sacrifice by Cheney. Gets him over to second. And it's going to be Ross Grimsley, the pitcher. And it's a 3-4-6. A 3-4-6 is Grimsley eager. He is eager, so it's a fly ball hit to center field. Alou goes back and makes the catch. Got good wood on it. And now it's going to be Rose with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. All right. We have Geronimo at second base. Go ahead and run at second base. Here's the pitch to Rose. 3-5-6, 3-5-6. Are they the same? Well, Rose bats both, so they're not the same. Utility or sat sack? Neither. And that's a single down the first base line. And that is going to runners advance 2 bases on any hit. So that's going to score Geronimo, and the Reds take the lead on an RBI single, a 2-out RBI single by Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. And Rose is on at first, and it's going to be Joel Morgan. So it's a 3-2 Cincinnati lead here in the bottom of the 5th. So this is a pretty good game. 1-1-6. 1-1-6 is Hunter fresh. He's semi-fresh. Decided I says he is fresh, and that's a swing and a miss by Morgan. Strike 3. And that is the second strikeout for Hunter and the 3rd out of the inning. But the Reds pick up 1 run on 1 hit, and we go to the top of the 6th inning, 3-2 Reds. Remember that the Reds lead the series 1-0. Go to the top of the 6th inning. Going to get started right away, and it's going to be Mike Epstein. Epstein homered. He's 1 for 2. Hit a solo shot, and it's 4-5-5. Epstein, 4-5-5. It's going to be a flash. Is he a flash? No. Home run king. He's semi-home run king. The decider says yes, and he lifts one to deep right field. Back goes the right fielder, Geronimo, to the track, to the fence. He looks up, and adios. Mike Epstein, with his 2nd home run of the game, ties the ball game. It's going to be Sal Bando. Sal Bando is 1 for 1. He walked and doubled against Ross Grimsley. It's a tie game now after that home run by Epstein, the 2nd home run of the game for Epstein. And he's showing what a cleanup hitter is supposed to do. So it's 2-2-2 we roll. 2-2-2. Nothing under the pitcher column. Is he a sat sack? No, he is not. So that ball is stroked. And that's going to get to the wall. Bando is going to stop at second base, and he's in with a stand-up double, his 2nd double of the game. And there's going to be some action in the bullpen for the Reds here in the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be George Hendrick with nobody out. George Hendrick is going to bunt, and that's a 5. It's out at first, runner advances. So over to third goes Bando, and that's the 1st out of the inning. And now you have a runner on third, and the infield's probably going to be in. Actually, you know what? Yeah, the infield's going to be in. Unless they walk tennis. They're going to walk tennis and keep the infield back, try for the double play. Walk tennis, pitch to Green and the pitcher, which makes sense. Okay, here goes the pitch to Green. Infield back, 3-5-5. So 3-5-5. Is he a struggler? Let's see. Ross Grimsley gave up 1-2. No, he's not a struggler. Champion. No, Green is not. So it's a ground ball to second base. Unless he's a whiffer. He's not a whiffer. Ground ball to second base, and it's going to be a ball that Morgan flips to Cheney. Cheney over to first. Not in time. A run scores. So the A's go up 4-3 now. And over to second goes Tennis. I'm sorry, Tennis was thrown out at second base. And this is the 2nd out of the inning. And Green is going to be on base with a fielder's choice. So there's a runner on first now, and it's going to be the pitcher. It's going to be Catfish Hunter. And it's a 1-3-5. A 1-3-5 is going to be blank pitcher column, blank batter column, and it goes to unusual play result with a red 1. We have to move to page red 1, a black 3. That's page 12. And call that results. Two dice now. Say 66, highlight reel B. It tells us to go to highlight reel B, and that's on page 14. And we're going to roll on the highlight reel B chart, and that's a 2-4. A 2-4. Catcher takes foul tip to face, and he's shaken up. So that's going to take a little while to see if he's okay. The trainer comes in. And that was a tough one. They're checking him out to make sure he has no concussion. They may have to just take him out for his own safety to have some test run. But then again, this is 1972, right? It's 1972, and that's just not going to happen. So it looks like Bench, who's as tough as nails, is going to shake it off. And it's going to be Catfish Hunter again at the plate, run around first, and it's 4-3 A's here in the top of the sixth. So it's a 1-1-2. A 1-1-2. Is he flash? No, he is not. Sad sack. Hunter is not a sad sack. So wow, Hunter's not a sad sack. So he's a pretty decent hit. Utility scrapper and eager. Usually pitchers are sad sacks. So we're going to check with scorer. And with the scorer says safe at first. Go to scorer microchart. I'm going to roll on the microchart, and that's a 5. We rolled a 5, and that's going to be an error charged to the second baseman. And Hunter's a right-handed batter, so that's going to be charged to the shortstop. And that's going to be a Cheney error, allowing Green to get to second base and Hunter to get to first base. So it's first and second on an error by Cheney. And with 2 outs, it's going to be Campaneris. Campaneris is 2 for 3. He doubled and singled. He's thrown out stealing. And it's a 2-2-6. A 2-2-6. And that decided that says he's hit by a pitch. This is the third batter in this game that's been hit by a pitch, and the bases are now loaded. The bases are now loaded, and that's going to be all for Grimsley. That's going to be all for Ross Grimsley. We're going to have to go into the bullpen for the Reds and see who we can pull out. An RP, a relief pitcher. It's going to be who's batting? A Alu. Alu is a lefty, so we're going to bring in Jim Merritt. Jim Merritt, I don't know if he pitched in this game or not, but at this point, not important to me. So Merritt, how do you spell that? 2 R's and 2 T's. Merritt to pitch to Alu. So Merritt is an ace against Alu, since not normally an ace, but he's going to be an ace there. He's a workman, semi-flash, and semi-control. But against his first batter, he's going to be an ace. So it encourages people to actually bring in relief pitchers. A 1-2-5. A 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Patient? No. Is he a whiffer? No. Ground ball to the third baseman. Third baseman Menke over to second for the force. And at the end of 5.5, it's A's 4, Cincinnati 3. The A's pick up 2 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. The home run by Epstein, and then the fielder's choice RBI ground out by Green, bringing home Bando. And we go to, and they strand 3 here in the top of the sixth, and we go to the bottom of the sixth. 4-3, Oakland. And it's going to be Bobby Tolan. He's 0 for 2 on the day. The pitch from Hunter to Tolan, a 2.55. 2.55. Is he a star? No, he is not. Home run king, Tolan. No, he's a semi-hero. It's a fly ball. And Tolan goes the opposite way. Rudy's there. 1 away. And it's going to be Bench. Bench singled and scored a run in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day. It's a 2.35. A 2.35. Is Hunter Wild? No. Is Bench eager? No. And it's ground ball. Unless he's that's going to be, wait a second. Unless he's patient. The side die says no, he's not patient. So it's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Green over to first. 2 away now. The bottom of the 6th. And it's going to be Perez. Tony Perez. Let's say 1.55. 1.55. Nothing on the pitcher. Is he a home run king? No. Fly ball. Center field. Hendrick measures it. 3 away. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 6th. We go to top of the 7th now. It was a fast inning there. Or at least a fast bottom half. Joe Rudy. Joe Rudy is 0 for 3. And it's a 1.35. That's going to be an unusual play results with a blue 1, which is going to be an umpire call. That's interesting because we got all the official umpires here. So let's see what happens with that. An umpire call. It's a 2-3 with nobody on base. 2-3, lenient umpire at first base. If you look, he is lenient. Mel Steiner is lenient. He's at first base. So batter ruled safe on a very close play. And the decided die is going to tell us if it's a hit or not. Is it a hit? And the decided die says yes, it is a hit. So Rudy is on. Rudy's on first here with an infield hit in the top of the 7th inning. 4-3 A's, and it's going to be Mike Epstein. Mike Epstein has hit 2 home runs. He's 2 for 3, 2 solo shots, 1 to center and 1 to right. He's a lefty batter against Merritt, and it's a 1-2-3. Let's see if he can hit his 3rd home run. So 1-2-3. Is he flash and fresh? Well, he's semi-fresh. Because this is his 2nd inning, so he's semi-fresh. He's semi-flash. The decided die says he's neither, so I don't have to worry about it. 1-2-3 under the batter. There's nothing there, so it's going to be a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Cheney flips over to Morgan, back to first, double play. A 6-4-3 double play. So there's 2 outs now, and it's going to be Sal Bando. Sal Bando against Jim Merritt. With 2 away here in the top of the 7th, it's 3-5-6, 3-5-6. Are they the same? A righty versus a lefty, so they're not. So the righty-lefty aspect of the game does not come into play. Utility or Satsack, he's semi-utility. Decided die says no. So it's a line drive, single, base hit down the 3rd base line for Sal Bando. Bando is 3 for 3 on the day. 2 doubles and a single and a walk. He's reached base all 4 times. It's going to be George Hendrick. George Hendrick is replacing Reggie Jackson, who slid into home and really hurt his hamstring, a severe hamstring strain, if you will. He's in a cast, and he's going to miss the 1972 World Series. So it's a 3.55, a 3.55. Is he a struggler? Merritt is not a struggler. Champion. Is he a champion? Hendrick is not a champion, so it's a ground out unless he's a whiffer. Decided die says he is a whiffer, so that's strike 3. That's a 3rd out here in the top of the 7th. And that is the first strikeout. first strikeout for Merritt. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's going to be Menke. Menke against Catfish Hunter. Say 1-1-3. 1-1-3. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning, Game 2 of the 1972 World Series at Riverfront Stadium. This is an artificial turf stadium considered semi-big to both righties and lefties. Geronimo walks for the second consecutive time. And it's going to be Cheney. And it's a 2-5-5. 2-5-5. Is he a star? No. Home run king? I don't think so. It's going to be a fly ball. Lifted to left. Left fielder Rudy squeezes it 2 away, and it's Ross Grimsley. Actually, no, it's Merritt because we replaced Grimsley. I'm sorry. Not thinking, just reading. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Pinch hitter. It's going to be Carbo. Carbo is going to pinch hit. Let's look at Carbo's stats for 1972. See how he did. I know he eventually becomes a Red Sox. He's a Red Sox by 1975, I believe. Bernie Carbo. Let's see. Bernie Carbo had 28 plate appearances, 21 at bats, 2 runs, 3 hits. So batted 143. So he's not much of a pinch hitter. But he will pinch hit here. Bernie Carbo. 1970. Make sure this is 72. It is 72. All right. 2 outs. Hunter. The pitch. 2-3-5. Wild, no. Eager. Is he eager? No, he's not eager. So it's a ground ball unless he's patient. He is patient. And that's ball 4. He draws a walk. Bernie Carbo pinch hit. So it's first and second now. Bernie Carbo pinch hit in Game 1, and he walked and ended up scoring the winning run in the bottom of the 13th inning on a Bobby Tolan single, walk-off single. So it's going to be Pete Rose, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch from Hunter. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. 4-3 A's. This is a big at bat for Rose. 4-5-6 Charlie Hustle. 4-5-6, nothing under the pitcher. Patient. He's not patient. It's going to be a fly out to center field. And under that is going to be Hendrick. And that's the 3rd out. So Catfish gets out of trouble. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. 4-3 A's. And it's going to be a new pitcher for the Reds. New pitcher for the Reds. And who's it going to be? Carroll pitched 2 or 3 innings last night, so he's not going to go again today, even though he could. In these days, these guys had rubber arms. It's going to be Tom Hall. Tom Hall, a lefty. Let's see what's going to... We have Tennis, a righty. Then we have Dick Williams, a righty. Let me see. Who do we have? We have Pedro Bourbon. I'm going to bring in Bourbon. Pedro Bourbon is going to face Gene Tennis. Here's the pitch from Bourbon. And it's a 1-1-3. 1-1-3. They asked me if he's an ace, and he's not. Actually, well, the new rules and the old rules, we can play by the old rules, and it says he is. So we'll play by the old rules, says he is. So it's a ground ball. Tennis. 1 away to the first baseman. Green. So it's a 2-2-3. 2-2-3. Is he wild? No. Bourbon is not wild slugger or utility. He's neither. It's a line drive base hit. Dick Green gets his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4 now. And Catfish Hunter's going to bunt. Attempted bunt. It's a 4. And that's a successful bunt. Over to second is Green. 2 away now. And it's going to be Campy Campaneris, who's 2 for 3. He doubled, singled, and was hit by a pitch. He grounded out in his first at bat. Campaneris. And it's a 1-2-4. They asked me if the pitcher is control, and he does have control. So it's a hard hit ground ball right at Cheney. He's going to flip. Actually, no, it was runner at second, so he goes over to first. And that's the third out. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-3. Catfish Hunter still in there. He's going to face Morgan, Tolan, and Bench. And it's a 3-3-6. 3-3-6. They asked me if he's an ace, and he sure is. So he gets under that. Morgan gets under one, lifts one to center field. Over there's Hendrick. Measures it. 1 away. And it's going to be Bobby Tolan. Bobby Tolan. Here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 4-3 A's. 1 out. Bobby Tolan batting. Bobby Tolan had a pretty good season. He played the whole year, 149 games. 28 doubles, 5 triples, a little bit of power, 8 home runs, 82 RBIs, stole 42 bases, and he batted .283. So he's a semi-hero. Here's the pitch from Hunter. It's 2-3-6. 2-3-6. They asked me, is he double control? Well, he is control, so he will get credit for that. So that's going to be a comebacker. So it's 1 away. And here we got Johnny Bench. 2 outs. Johnny Bench is 1 for 3. He singled and scored a run in the 4th inning. 4-3. A's ahead. Bottom of the 8th. So it's a 2-3-3. Now Bench hit 40 home runs. He's a home run king, so he's got the power. 2-3-3. Don't know what that's going to end up being, but it asked me, is Hunter an ace? And he sure is. So that's a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop, Campy Campaneris. He picks it up over to first, and that's the third out. So we go to top of the 9th. 4-3 A's. And in the top of the 9th, Pedro Bourbon is still in there. He's going to be facing Alou, Rudy, and Epstein. Epstein has had quite a day. He's hit 2 home runs. So he's the big home run hitter for the A's, actually. I guess Reggie probably hit a bunch of home runs as well. Let me pull that up that year. Reggie's not in this series because he pulled a hamstring on a slide at home plate. Reggie hit 25 home runs, but Epstein actually hit 26 home runs. So Epstein is the big home run hitter, and he's kind of fulfilled that role with History Maker Baseball, right? He's hit 2 home runs in this game. So making history. So it's Matty Alou. Matty Alou is 0 for 4 on the day. So it's a 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Ask me, is the catcher iron? And that is Bench. He's not. He's semi-gold. Good eye. He's not a good eye. So it's a strikeout. We go to the blue chart next. So the pitcher is hot now. The pitcher is hot. And it's going to be Joe Rudy, 1 out, top of the 9th. The A's are up 4-3. The A's are trying to tie the series at 1 apiece. Game 2 of the 1972 World Series. Replay, 2-4-5. Oh, I'm sorry. We've got to roll just 2 dice. And it's a 1-5. Is it a cold batter? What did Rudy do last at bat? No, he's single, so he's actually the opposite. And batter pounces a pitch for a single through shortstop. It's a base hit for Joe Rudy, and that's his second hit of the day. He's 2 for 5. And it's Mike Epstein. Mike Epstein, a lefty. And you know what? We're going to bring in Tom Hall, a lefty versus a lefty. Tom Hall. And we're going to wipe the... You know what? We're going to try to... Excuse me. Don't find a... an eraser. And you know what? I'm going to go over red. Make a Hall red and just go over the blue or the green and red. It's probably going to turn blue now. Okay, no, it looks good. All right. So Epstein again, Tom Hall against Epstein, lefty versus lefty. See what if Epstein can hit his third home run of the game. Here goes. That's 1-5. So it's a 3-4-5. 3-4-5. He's going to ask me if it's an iron catcher, and it is not. Is he a good eye? No, he is not. So it's going to be a strikeout. And we go to the baseball right now chart. So it's the first strikeout for Hall. It'd be Sal Bando with a runner at first and 2 outs, trying to give the A's some insurance here in the top of the 9th inning. A's lead it 4-3. Game 2. 1-4-6. Oh, nope. Again, made a mistake. We're on the right now chart, so it's a 4-5. And a cold batter, Bando. Bando is a hot batter, not a cold batter. So 4-5. So strikeout. Okay, cold batter would swing as a strikeout if not the third out. Next batter strikes out too. Wow, okay, 4-5. Otherwise, it's a ground out to the first baseman. So it's a ground out to first. And Perez takes it himself for the third out. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 4-3 A's. An opportunity for the Reds to walk off. Catfish Hunter's in the game. Manager has confidence in him. He's going to let him start the 9th inning. See what happens. Here's Perez. It's 2-2-5. 2-2-5. They asked me, is he a star? No. Is he a slugger or a sad sack? He's a slugger. And he's a whiffer, so that's strike 3. So Perez strikes out, and that's Catfish's third strikeout of the game, the first out. It's going to be Dennis Menke. Menke, 4-4-5. 4-4-5. They asked me if Hunter's a workman. No, he's not. Actually, he doesn't have a shutout, so I don't have to worry about that. He's neutral. 4-4-5, patient. He is patient, no. Ground ball, first base. And Epstein takes that himself. 2 away now. And it's going to be Cesar Geronimo with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. 4-3 A's. It's a 1-1-6. A 1-1-6. Is Hunter fresh? No. Utility or sad sack? No. Line drive base hit for Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo's on at first. We're going to look and see if we can pinch hit. See if we have any lefty batters in there. We have right fielder Eulander, or Eulander, or Euliender, or whatever, however you say it. I don't know how you say it, but you know what? I don't care. All right. Unless somebody lets me know how you say it, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So the tying run is on at first, and Cesar Geronimo, and the pinch hitter is going to be Eulander. So it's not an easy name to spell. Eulander for Cheney in bottom of the 9th. See what Eulander can do. He's utility, semi-sad sack, semi-scrapper. Let's see what happens against Catfish Hunter. Say 1-2-5. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Patient? No, he's not patient. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. So it's a ground ball to Bando. And he goes to second for the force, and the game is over. So the Oakland A's tie the series 1-1 here at Riverfront Stadium. Final score, A's 4, Reds 3. The win goes to Jim Catfish Hunter. Jim Catfish Hunter goes the complete game, gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 hits, 3 runs. I have the 2-run home run by Tony Perez. And then I have an RBI single by Pete Rose, scoring Cesar Geronimo in the 7th. 3 earned runs. He walked. Hunter walked 1, 2, 3, and he struck out 3. Gave up 1 home run, the 2-run shot to Tony Perez, and the loss goes to Grimsley. So, guys, that's it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a heck of a game. I thought it was a real exciting game. It took me an hour and almost 7 minutes through this game. And when I was playing History Maker Baseball every day, when I did the Seaver replay, I had it down to 40-minute games or less. 40-minute games or less when I was in the flow and playing it every day. Now, I haven't played it for about 2 weeks. I played Strat and I played APA a whole bunch. So you kind of get out of the rhythm. But I'm getting the rhythm back. I didn't even record yesterday. I didn't broadcast yesterday's game 1 because I knew that it would be a learning curve. It would be a learning curve for me to kind of remember a game that I really just learned. And I practiced a lot for about a month. I played it every day, so I felt like pretty comfortable. I was still making my little mistakes here and there, but that's okay. It's all part of the fun. And guys were telling me, hey, you did this, hey, you did that. And I was like, okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know so I can fix it. So, yeah. All right, so I'll see you guys. I'm going to relax a little bit right now and go onto the forums and see what's going on and get ready for my my Dynasty Online, my Dynasty League Baseball Online league, right? I have a couple of 3 teams actually that I manage and I coach. And so I manage and I'm a general manager there and so on. And we have drafts coming up. It's really exciting. They're keeper leagues, so you keep the players from 1 year to the next. And you got a salary you have to keep under a salary cap and all that. It's a lot of fun. Check it out, Dynasty League Baseball. And they're always looking for new managers, and it's a lot of fun. Right now, you can probably pick up a team and you can still draft it. It's still time after once March rolls along. Then it's already into the season in most leagues, even though they have leagues starting up at all time, all throughout the year. So, okay, this is Combat Painter saying goodbye from Combat Painter Winter Tabletop Baseball Replay Baseball using History Maker Baseball today. And I take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll play another game. So long now.